What's going on, everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com, and this is the BlackBerry Tour, the Verizon version. See, it says it right there, Verizon. This is the BlackBerry that Verizon users have been waiting for, and straight up, it is the best BlackBerry experience to ever grace the Big V. There's a Sprint version also available. They're pretty similar. Few qualms with the phone, the most notable of which is that it does not have Wi-Fi, which for a smartphone in this day and age is just kind of silly. And the competing BlackBerries that are non-CDMA, the GSM BlackBerries, the Bold on AT&T and the 8900, Curve 8900 on T-Mobile, both have Wi-Fi. So, really kind of a drag that the Tour doesn't, but otherwise a great BlackBerry experience for Verizon users. There are two versions available, one with the camera, one without. This is the version with the camera, 3.2 megapixel with a flash. Camera quality is fine, more than good enough for sharing photos via email and social networking and stuff like that. Not going to replace your standalone camera, but it's fine. It has a media player with a full-on, headphone jack and everything, just like all the other. The whole BlackBerry experience really very similar to what you've seen from the new generation of BlackBerries that have come out recently. You can see the full HTML web browser in effect here, loading up PhoneDog.com, and it's not quite on par with the top-of-the-line web browsers that are out these days. Mobile Safari for iPhone, the WebKit-based browsers, for iPhone and Palm Pre and Android. But a big step up from the last generation of BlackBerry web browsers for sure. You can see it's loading up PhoneDog pretty faithfully to the desktop version. Looks good. Again, you only have your 3G EVDO Rev A speeds, and right now I'm in a 1x area, not the full Rev A. But if you can live with that, and I guess if you're a Verizon user, you kind of have to. It works quite well. Obviously, the big thing with the BlackBerries is the email and the keyboard. And the keyboard on this phone, I think, is terrific. You can see it's the keys are kind of sculpted and angled sort of away from center, fanning out, the angled towards the outside. So the keys on this side kind of angled that way, the keys on that side angled the other way. I found it very nice to use. I think I prefer the Bold's keyboard just by a little bit. But, it's apples and oranges. And the nice thing about the Tour compared to the Bold is the whole form factor, the whole package is a little tiny bit smaller. So, it's a little more pocketable, a little thicker because it's a CDMA phone, a little more pocketable. One other little qualm I had, the back panel, the battery cover is a little bit loose. When I first unboxed this, I noticed it, and it stayed that way. You can see just a little bit of jiggle in it. I like the kind of carbon fiber look here. I like that better than the Bold's faux leather. But, a little bit loose there. I've talked to a few other people who have this phone and read some other reviews, and some people, the looseness is definitely an issue that some people have had, so hopefully that's something they're correcting, and if you have one that has a loose back panel, you can go get that fixed. We'll take a quick look here at the media player. And, standard issue BlackBerry, you've seen this. It was on the Storm on Verizon last year, kind of a similar thing, and on the Bold and on the Curve. But it works well. You can watch videos on it. You can play your music. It's the HVGA display. It's beautiful. Slightly higher res than the Bold is. Same as the Curve 8900. Looks really good, I think. Get a little sample video happening there. All in all, a really nice experience. Again, the lack of Wi-Fi is an issue, but Verizon's network is what it is. If it works where you are, you won't notice the lack of Wi-Fi that much, except if you hammer on the browser all day long, your battery will run down a little bit faster with the 3G. So that, a little bit of an issue. And also just the speeds, obviously, if you're using the browser a lot, the Wi-Fi is an issue, but Verizon's network is pretty good. For email, no Wi-Fi is not an issue at all for email and messaging. For web browsing, obviously, a little bit of an issue. Everything else, pretty standard fare here. I don't mean just to gloss over, but you've seen it before on BlackBerries. The, the messaging interface, the calendar, everything looks like looks like you're used to. HTML email support, of course, and the BlackBerry app world as well. We'll take you into that. Slacker radio. But all in all, highly recommended if you're on Verizon and want a BlackBerry. This is the way to go. Storm 2 supposedly coming out soon. A video of it leaked over. Crackberry had it. We embedded on the PhoneDog site for you. Supposedly it's a better system. It still has the SurePress clickable system, but it works a little bit better. I'll be curious to see that, because I really did not like the first version of the Storm. But still, if you're on Verizon and you need a BlackBerry, or if you're on Sprint for that matter, it's very similar. This is the way to go for sure. $199.99 on contract after rebate. And all in all, highly recommended. Again, no Wi-Fi, and the battery runs down a little bit because of the 3G only, and then the back cover on this one was a little bit loose. But really the Wi-Fi is the only major complaint I had. So there you go. Definite big thumbs up for the BlackBerry Tour. As far as which BlackBerry that exists right now is the one I would go with, it's a tough call. I would, I like the form factor of this a little bit better. Bold is really nice, but it's a little bit larger. It's tough because Bold is the only one that has 3G and Wi-Fi. Form factor is a little bit larger, but the keyboard's really nice. AT&T has not been working so well for me lately where I live. The 3G service out here in the San Francisco, California area has been bad. T-Mobile's Curve 8900 is great, but it doesn't have 3G. It has Wi-Fi, it has the UMA calling, which is nice. And now the CDMA versions don't have Wi-Fi. So I think really, instead of choosing which BlackBerry, choose which carrier you want. Which one offers the best combination of service. If you're on CDMA, Sprint or Verizon, get the Tour. If you're on T-Mobile, get the Curve 8900. If you're on AT&T, get the Bold. That's my buying advice to you if you're in the market for a new BlackBerry. Or, if you want to be crazy and risky, wait for the new Storm 2. All right, there you go. Full review, thumbs up, BlackBerry Tour for Verizon. I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. Thanks to the folks at Verizon for sending over the loaner unit. We'll have much more on this, and you can get PhoneDog Aaron's opinions on the BlackBerry Tour as well. He's got a review up over on PhoneDog.com, so check that out. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey, after watching this video, check out the new PhoneDog.com homepage and play the One Pod Bandit for your chance to win free phones.